Rohatsu Sesshin commemorates the Buddha's enlightenment. It inspires us to undertake a week of rigorous practice Sesshin began days or weeks ago when you first registered for it, or even well before that, when you first heard about it, thought about it. Like a salmon drawn from the salty ocean back to its natal stream, we've been drawn here by a deep need to find our true home in the world. We've had much to do to arrive here. Scheduling, arranging, packing, planning, cooking, anticipating. Now we've arrived and can begin to settle in. Settle in and relax. Relaxing face, throat, shoulders, arms and hands. Relaxing the chest, the belly, the back, relaxing the hips, the knees, the legs, the feet, settling awareness deep into this body. This breath. Releasing thoughts when they arise again and again. Returning awareness to the body, to the lower belly. Aware of the in-breath in the belly. Aware of the out-breath in the belly. Aware of the room. And the sounds. letting go of thoughts again. Letting go of thoughts of self. Just sitting, a body breathing, aware, being. Practicing metta, loving kindness. Please repeat after me silently. May I be free from suffering. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be at peace. May all of my friends, family, and Sangha mates be free from suffering. May all of my friends, family, and Sangha mates be well. May all of my friends, family, and Sangha be happy. May all of my friends, family, and Sangha be at peace. May all beings, including those who are hostile, be free from suffering. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. Following your vow of awakening for the benefit of all beings brought you here. You may have other vows that support your being here. Vows of liberation from suffering, vows of compassion, vows of service, or other vows. The vows of others also support us being here. vows of Sangha members who provide meals for the Sesshin, or those who've cleaned and maintained Sangha Jewel and help pay the bills that keep Sangha Jewel going. The vows of those who founded and developed Sangha Jewel, and the vows of the Buddhas and ancestors. All of those vows support us this week in our Rohatsu practice. Just as the Buddha vowed when he sat down under the Bodhi tree, not to rise until he saw the path of liberation from suffering, so too we dedicate our efforts in this Rohatsu Sesshin to seeing through our own delusions, to knowing the truth of the Dharma, to embodying the unsurpassable Buddha way, and to freeing all sentient beings. This week we'll be practicing with a fascicle from Dogen Zenji's Shobogenzo called One Bright Pearl. Dogen wrote One Bright Pearl in 1238, almost 800 years ago. It was about a decade after he returned from China, where he received Dharma transmission from Rujing. At the time, he was abbot of his first practice center, the Kosho Monastery, south of Kyoto. Dogen opens One Bright Pearl, introducing the 9th century Chan master Zhuansha Shibei, saying, when he was a householder, he loved fishing and boating, doing as fishermen do. At the beginning of the Jiantong era, a golden-scaled fish came to him without him seeking it, and he suddenly had the urge to leave the dusty world. So he gave up his boat and went off into the mountains. He was 30 years old when he realized the precariousness of the floating world and the preciousness of the Buddha way. Although Zhuansha was a fisherman who had never read sutras, even in dreams, he focused on his intention to practice and was strongly determined. Dogen then writes about one of Zhuansha's teachings. Some years after attaining the way, Zhuansha instructed his students, saying, "The entire world of the 10 directions is one bright pearl." The entire world of the 10 directions is one bright pearl. A bright pearl, what a lovely image. I sense he may be using the bright pearl imagery quite naturally, based on his earlier life as a fisherman, intimately familiar with many forms of aquatic life and materials. This bright pearl reminds me of Buddha's awakening, which we commemorate this week. When he saw the bright morning star and exclaimed, "How miraculous! All beings have the wisdom and virtue of the Tathagata Buddha." All beings have the wisdom and virtue of the Tathagata Buddha. One bright pearl and the morning star. These also remind me of one of the chants we'll be using this sesshin. Komyozo Zanmai, the practice of the treasury of luminosity. Written by Dogen's successor, Koan Eijo. It says in part, don't rely on intellectual knowledge. Just throw body and mind into the great treasury of luminosity. And don't look back. Luminosity is its own open brilliance. It does not depend on your mind. Bright, this is not part of the treasury of luminosity. Bright, shining, luminous, brilliant. What is it? What is it? Dogen goes on saying, once a monk asked Zhuansha, "I heard you said the entire world of the 10 directions is one bright pearl. How should I understand this?" Thank you, monk, for asking our question for us. How indeed shall we understand this? During this Rohatsu Sesshin, we'll delve into this one bright pearl, not relying on intellectual knowledge, but through copying and writing practice, Dharma talks, Zazen, Kinhin, Samu, Oryoki, chanting service, Sanzen, and rest periods. Delving into it with heart-mind, with direct experience, wholeheartedly. May your practice of one bright pearl go well.